nobody's happy when somebody snoops around in their stuff, so.
Right, I mean,
But
he
no,
was not happy this man was on his dock.
I suppose not.
Express that to you?
I don't recall.
You say to the Glenn County Police operator, we've had some break-ins out here, right?
Right,
One of the first things you said, this is Matt Albenzi, we've had some break-ins out here.
right.
Okay. Now, what you're talking about is what Ms. Dunikoski asked you. You were aware from the Facebook page that there was property crime in the neighborhood.
Yes,
And people were posting about it on the Facebook page and next door page if you're aware of that.
right.
Okay. Do you subscribe to both?
I think I logged into that, but I can't get back into it. It's just kind of wonky. No.
Okay. But people had shared their own personal experience with property crimes in Satilla Shores.
Right,
And it seemed to be an ongoing problem in 2019, now 2020.
it was, yeah.
Around the same time that this man that you saw on the video was coming into Larry English's house.
Right,
And in fact, you were, not only were you aware of it, but many people in the neighborhood were aware of this intruder in Larry English's house.
Same objection Mr. Reed did to me. What other people are aware of would be speculation on this person's, on Mr. Albenzi's part.
Sustained.
Did you ever tell the GBI when you were interviewed that everyone in the neighborhood is aware of it?
Not a prior consistent statement or prior inconsistent statement. And once again, him saying it to someone else does not get it out of speculation on his part.
The question is simply whether he was,
Told the GBI.
whether he told the GBI that. Okay, that's okay, go ahead.
Do you remember being interviewed by the GBI?
I do.
Do you remember telling the GBI that you're aware of the guy back at the house and everyone in the neighborhood was aware of it?
I can't say everybody, but it was, people that were posting things, neighbors talk to neighbors, so I suppose most neighbors were aware that there were break-ins occurring.
And not just break-ins, but break-ins at Larry English's house.
I don't know who knew about that, but
You may not know who in particular were aware of it, but you told the GBI that everyone in the neighborhood was aware of. And I understand that's a figure of speech,
right,
but you told the GBI that,
okay, yeah.
correct?
Yep,
Okay. You were also aware that not only was this black male on the dock and at Larry English's house on multiple occasions, but that things were missing from Mr. English's house.
right,
In fact, you were aware that electronics were stolen and a cooler was stolen.
Objection to what Larry English told him. I know the form of the question is you're aware of this, but the only way Mr. Albenzi would be aware of this is if it was hearsay coming from Mr. English. And I believe Mr. Rubin previously objected to my asking this witness what Mr. Larry English told him. So anything he's aware of from Mr. English would come from Mr. English, it would be hearsay.
And I'm not asking, I'm not offering it for the truth of the matter, whether the items were actually stolen, but to go to this witness's knowledge and to explain why he did what he did on February 23rd.
I understand it's not being admitted for the truth of the statement itself, just to explain the witness. Go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Albenzi, you had knowledge, you were aware that items were stolen from Mr. English's house.
yes,
Items were in his boat stored at the house.
right,
And those items were electronics, right?
yep,
And a Yeti cooler.
yep,
And so you were aware of, well, let me back up. To your knowledge, those items had never been recovered.
I do not know.
Okay.